That's right. A very good evening to each and every one of you, wherever you're joining us from this evening. We've just come back from the National Assembly. There was a sitting of the National Assembly today up there at Turkine on the East Coast, and we are just breathless coming in from that sitting. It's not over yet, and as a matter of fact, we're heading back out to the sitting when the program is concluded. But we have to be here with you this evening, folks. Share the live, Two Birds, Dolly Anderson, and team. Joining us from YouTube, Debbie Collins on YouTube. Lennox Ethelene Peters is there as well. Lennox Anderson, good to have you. Is it Abida Monroe? Abida Monroe? Are they calling her? Abida Monroe, Ethelene Peters, Ann Calvin. Good to see you, Ann and Charles and all the other folks joining us. Guys, we trust that you're great. We trust that you're well wherever you're joining us from tonight. It's a privilege for us at this end, and we hope it is for you as well. Pace and power, good folks. Boots on the ground. We're happy that you guys are here with us. We are tremendously pleased. Good to have you. Share the live, folks. We're going to do the same as well. We're not just asking you guys to do something. We're doing, folks. We're fired up and we're ready to go. We hope that you guys are too. So please pull up a chair, pull up a cup, pull up the dinner, the fried fish, pull up, folks, the planet chips. We are happy to have all of you guys here with us, folks. You don't want to stick around. The opposition, the coalition, beat and teach, folks, in the National Assembly today. It was a brutal beating. Like you've never seen a beating before. Brutal, I'm telling you. Beat and teach today in the National Assembly. But good to have you folks here with us. The many places you're joining us from is nothing short of a privilege, good folks. Nothing short of a privilege. Share the live as you wait for us to comment. Smash that emoji button. Wherever you're joining us from, it's a privilege, folks. All the folks joining us, we're happy that you guys are here with us. Rock and come in, good folks. Rock and come in. How you guys are doing? Hope you guys hit the ground running today from the start of the day. And we know it's not over yet, folks. It's not over quite yet. But wherever, again, you're joining us from, we are happy. You are here with us. We were so happy to have Tabitha Sharabo Haley with us this morning, helping us to weigh through some of the issues in our morning program, FYI. Good folks, we were so happy to have Tabitha with us this morning, and she's going to join us tomorrow morning as well, folks, helping me to co-host, helping me to lift the weight of this program. We're so happy that Tabitha stopped by 3 days in a row. We must be lucky. Tabitha, if you're watching, thank you, and a good evening to you, Tabitha, Charles Nelson, Heaven Faith, Yvonne Williams, and all the other folks joining us. We are very happy that you folks are here. Good to have you guys. Paul Bowen, Paulette Jackson, Pace and power. Share the live, folks. Smash that emoji button. We got the fight card set. It's just you folks missing tonight. We got the fight card set, folks. Look some what we're following. Dan Abrams. I see Angela Jordan. Angela, come in. Angela, I was steering my car over to you. It went over to the National Assembly. What can I tell you? But you can see me still, Angela. Good to have you. Penelope, we in the comments. We in the forgive you, boy. We gotta talk. Forgive you, boy. I see Redman Alexis. Redman. Well, I got nothing to talk, so. Redman, I stay far from red women. Red woman, old car, old stove. That's what them boys tell us. A lot of things on the fight car tonight, folks. Quite a few things. I'm trying not for the audio to peak. It's peaking a little bit on us. Don't do it. All right, we got quite a few things on the fight car tonight, folks. We trust that you guys are well. Wherever you're joining us from, folks, we are happy. We are delighted that you wonderful folks are here with us. Pace and power, good folks. Power and pace. Again, wherever you all are joining us from, we are just happy and delighted and happy that all of you fantastic, wonderful folks here with us. So we're talking a little bit about what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago. We are going to, let me slow down a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about what's happening in Trinidad and Tobago with their politics. We got some of that on the fight card, folks. Some of that on the fight card. What's happening in Trinidad with their politics? You know this fella here. Yep. This fella here. The come out of what party is it again? Where are the students of politics at? This fella here in TNT from the National Transformation Alliance, Gary Griffith. This fella, he look like trouble. So we can talk about him. Donald Trump is at it again, folks. We're going to talk about what's happening with Trump. And then Cardi B is in the news, good folks. Cardi B is in the news. Who vex? Who vex? Cardi B is in the news. And we're going to be talking about that. All right, guys? We are going to be talking about that. So we're happy to have Cardi B in the news, folks. This evening, we can talk about that. And then, of course, we're coming to the beatdown of the government in the National Assembly. It was beat and teach. Beat and teach, folks, in the National Assembly. We are just happy. We are just delightful. We're just delighted to have each and every one of you here with us, folks. Forgive us if the audio is speaking a little bit. Gotta hit that bell to ensure that it's speaking, folks. And this is what we're following at your end. Wherever you're joining us from, we got the 5-card set. Paulette, share the live. Wendy, share the live. If you are ardent viewers of our program, you know we're going next. The opener. You cannot start the meal of the evening, the dinner of the evening, without the opener. Right, Michaela Andrew Coates? Not so? You can't start without the opener. Lola John. Good to have you. Edith Miggins and Gail Giles, Gigi. Good to have you folks. Share the live. If you're sharing this live, folks, I'm going to fight you, I know. I try hard not to fight my friends. I try hard not to fight my family, but don't do it. Don't do it. I bite your ears, punch you in the nose, in the throat, even, folks. Don't do it. Share the live, smash that emoji button, folks. We're fired up and we're ready to go. And as I did say to you, folks, oh Lord, what's fireworks? In the National Assembly, they open up. Ganesh beating and teaching them boys on local government election. They love to say how gain a new stronghold, right? But Ganesh Mahipal, Member of Parliament Ganesh Mahipal, Shadow Minister for Local Government and Regional Development, show them what is in their role. They always want to know what is in the opposition stronghold. Oh, they come in and take over and all manner of things. Ganesh even had some comments for the speaker. He put the speaker, Mansour Deal, on notice. Maureen Williams, he put him on notice. Maureen, thanks for that contribution. Hold on. See, when people put contributions to our program, we just come back. Maureen, thanks for that contribution. Ring the bell for Maureen alone. That bell is just for Maureen. Folks, Maureen's made a contribution on our YouTube channel. When we are live, in the comment section, there's a dollar sign at the bottom of the comment section on YouTube. On the tube, you follow that dollar. There's no rabbit hole. You can actually purchase a super sticker, something, folks. A huge part, a huge percentage of whatever you buy that with comes to us, and that is the way people support our program, folks. So thank you so much, Maureen. Ring the bell once more, just for Maureen. It's not for y'all. It's not for you, folks. It's not for you. So we head into, folks, the opener, as we said, Ganesh Mahipal. Take a look. Good, folks. Wayne Cumberbatch, Chinsing Henry, Richard Jones, Abigail Semple, Donna. I almost said Millicent Miller. Went by so fast. Evelina Whitaker. Saw that though. Roderick Henry, Desiree Manuel, Abigail Semple, Richard Bernadette, Abigail Alson Cortez. Take a look and take a listen. The opener.
Sir, I heard my friend Honorable Zulfikar Mustafa talk about the local government elections. And he said that they have a resounding victory and all of that. Sir, what they are not telling the people of Guyana, and these are the results, sir. These are the results of the local government elections. And I have here from 2016, 2018, and 2023. And what they are not telling the people of Guyana is that their own people rejected them at the polls. When you look at the number that you had in 2016 and 2018 out of government at Anna Regina, I'm going to give you the stats, Comrade Zulfikar. Calm down, you're going to get the numbers. When you look at the figure that they had in opposition in their very own stronghold, look at Anna Regina, for example. That's a strong area for the PPP. They're very strong there. In 2016, they were in opposition and they got 4,310 votes, a stronghold of the PPP. In 2018, they declined. They got 3,782. Sir, in 2023, with all the taxpayers' money at their disposal, with free transportation, traveling at the expense of the people, using the REO in Region 2 to cover expense for campaigning, plastering this entire country with their red.
Honorable member, you just mentioned using, but in imputing, abusing the REO of Region 2, and you have to withdraw that. He's not here.
Thank you, sir. I withdraw, and it's a she, by the way. Sir, plastering this country with their red, black, and gold color, and they still got a decline in their own stronghold to 3,657. And you come here and tell us people voted for you. The people in your own area have shown you that they're fed up of the way you are handling this country. The people in your own area have signaled that they have no confidence in your modus operandi, and they have voted, they have stayed away from voting for you. When you look at Region 3, Canals, Polder, Greenwich Park, Fort Newton, Hydroni, Good Hope. Sir, when you look at Mora, Perica, Stewartville, Cornelia, Ida, these are predominant PPP areas. Predominant PPP areas. And these are areas, and hear me, sir, these are areas that suffered. They suffered under the People's Progressive Party in the past. But now they have a comparison between the APNU, AFC, and the PPP. And by virtue of the PPP losing a lot of votes in these respective areas, is enough to say that they have recognized that the APNU, AFC is the government that they will put back into office come 2025. You talk about what we have done for areas. I can turn to places like Wakenham and Legwan, islands that vote predominantly PPP. They only know what is asphaltic concrete roads under the APNU, AFC. We talk about improving health facilities and all of this, sir. Sir, the people of Guyana, the ordinary citizens, they know what is it they had in 2015 to 2020. And I have no doubt that they will return the coalition to government. The government side will be sitting on this side. We will assume our rightful place over there. And sir, you will not be the Speaker of the National Assembly. Comrade Speaker, I have here this document, the PPP manifesto. We were sorting all over for it. The PPP manifesto. Sir, this is after 3 years, they're jumping all over. They're jumping all over saying how they have done X, Y, Z. When you look at local government, leave out the fact that local government has a special record under the People's Progressive Party. And I must say that I will be zoning in on the only minister that is there right now, Anand Prasad, in days to come, because there are many complaints that are still reaching me, sir. They said among measures to be pursued, substantially increase the subvention to NDCs and tongues. The AP&U AFC increased the subvention of NDCs and tongues from $2 million to $5 million. After 3 years of the People's Progressive Party, with all the oil money, what is it that the NDCs and tongues got? But they said in their manifesto that they will substantially increase the subventions to NDCs and tongues. Strengthen local government bodies to manage resources and to take on greater maintenance responsibilities for infrastructure in their areas. How many times have we not seen the People's Progressive Party central government go into these local authority areas, bypass the local authority areas, and do what they have to do there? How many times? And as Anand Prasad, honorable member, departs, I must say, sir, that there are many other promises that they made. We saw on social media the Honorable Indar starring in a local government area. Sir, strengthening local government bodies in budget planning and preparation, financial management and accountability. What program have they done? What program has the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development, what program did they do in the 3 years to enhance local governance? The AP and UAFC, we had the NCLDO, National Conference on Local Democratic Organs, and we empowered NDCs and municipalities, and we even provided better resources for them, and we increased the salaries of overseers, chairs and vice chairs and councillors. So you come here and you tell us that you have a robust plan and you have an ambitious plan, but you don't detail it to tell us what it is. And that is what we're having a difficulty with understanding on this side of the house. Sir,
that was Ganesh Mahipal, Member of Parliament, Shadow Minister for Local Government and Regional Development, taking the PPPC administration to task. Yep, they like to talk about whose strongholds they're going in and so on. And their own strongholds depleted, but they've seen that. They've seen that. That's why my man's voice. You're going to watch them. You're going to want to wait for the closer. You're going to want to hold for the closer. Share it live, smash that emoji button, folks. Partner with us as well. And before we go on, we got to pay some bills. We want to let you know, folks, that if you are looking for a good justice of the peace, Commissioner Votes Traffic Davids, then the Alistair Collins from they're the ones for you, guys. They're the ones for you. Reliable, professional assistance for all your documentation needs. He's a tremendous, renowned Commissioner of Votes Traffic Davids and Justice of the Peace. Here's to serve you. Conveniently located, I love this about them, at the Carrion Mall on Lamaha Street between Camp and Waterloo Streets. 649-6410, 649-6410, and all the other details are there. We know you folks know how to make your screenshots and so on, folks. Make your screenshots and so on. That being said, good folks, we commend them highly to you. Highly, bigly to you folks. Let's touch on some of what we're picking up around the world, folks, and come back to show you some other things that happened in the National Assembly. We tell you about Trump. 21, they say, election lies, listed in his new indictment, 21. You see, April the fun, Jack Newton body, trying to thief the American elections. But the people having it. The people not having it. I'm just happy now, though. We trust you happy now, folks. Yeah, be like Wave the Doris, man. Be like Wave the Wave is the shady lives. Yeah, be like Wave the man. We always gotta pump some people. But Waveney, folks, Waveney Doris. You see, very proactive. I like people like Waveney. I like me some people like Waveney. I'll be like Waveney, the man. Please and thank you. Be a little bit like Waveney, the man. You're going to be anybody. Folks, Shady Lice, man, that emote wasn't Trump. In your own trouble, Cardi B. Well, not be charged. How Cardi B style? Never dull moment. never dull moment. Cardi B finished singing, she felt the mic in the crowd. What ups? Connect to somebody. The folks there says she will not be charged. Yep, she will not be charged. One more y'all want. Cardi B will not be charged. Election style. She will not be charged, folks. Government your business. You see? Yeah, fling the mic in the crowd, butt ups. Why not jog about your head? You can't be charged for that. Folks, in Korea, 12 persons are wounded in a stabbing attack. This whole world turned upside down. Whole world turned upside down. We gotta watch that. 12 in Korea, folks. 12. You safe no place. Unless the Lord watch the city, the watchman watch in vain. Unless the Lord watch the city, we watch in vain. 12, that's Korea. Thoughts and prayers go to them. Nonetheless, folks, here's what we're picking up. Some of what we're picking up, good folks, from around the region. A lot of things happening, you know. It's quite a few things. I told you all about Gary already. So you can prep yourself for it. Right? Gary's a former commissioner of police. There in Trinidad and Tobago, Gary Griffith. And he and the Prime Minister, Keith Rowley, had some words before he left. It was a big fiasco in Bacchanal in Trinidadian society, Gary Griffith and the Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley. But recently, apparently, Gary saw Keith Coffin driving past some area and saw the Prime Minister Coffin. He stopped the car and come out and started abusing up the Prime Minister. You think that is right? The man stopped the car, come out and start abusing up Dr. Keith Rowley. He wasting taxpayers' money. You're supposed to be solving the problems of this country. You're supposed to be solving the problems of this country. But look what you're doing. 3-4 times a week you're playing golf. The report says that Dr. Keith Rowley told his security details not to bother with the cross, Griffith. Yeah. Not to bother with him. Right. The man, somebody can't abuse him, the Prime Minister. Please and thank you. Leslie Griffith, Leslie Hamilton, rather, apologies. Leslie say, y'all keep Sharada off the street. Do that, man. Oh, this whole body don't fetch him much these days. A couple with a night show. Oh. Was Gary right? Gary stopped and started abusing up Rowley. Yep. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. More power. But Gary said they win. Gary with Kamala and Jack and so on. Jack Warren and so on. He said they win. The armed citizens. Right? Trinidad seemed to get a less escalation in crime. A lot of home invasions and so on. Just the anybody's buying guns off of the street. Gary said we giving citizens guns. It's we and them. Somebody went back tonight. That's what he said. It's we and them. Yeah. He's a colorful character. All by himself. He's a colorful character. It's we and them. He said we will arm citizens to fight back. Former Commissioner of Police there in Trinidad and Tobago. Gary Griffith. Yep. You think this place easy? This 592, Eva Mattis, Garnett, Ascot Shorts, Donna Young, Dolly Jones, Bantu, Jennifer. You think this place easy? You think this place is? It's not easy, folks. It's not easy. How it going? We sure a lot of things started, but we don't have to ensure how it going. Lady passing by the market, the man troubleshooting just so you know. Just see troubleshooting. Then you want to go and lift up the woman. Well, she wasn't having it. She will put some implement and it's time he gets stabbed just like that, you know. He gets stabbed just like that to his groin area. Right? But she told the courts recently it wasn't intentional. It was not intentional. This one was the bus park. Folks, this is a cautionary tale. It doesn't concern you. Let you go by. Where smackers should behind for? Where police your hand for? And then the temerity, he run and apparently lift the woman up. Like they were known to each other. And he now gone beyond fresh. At least that's what the report says. He gone beyond fresh now. The woman pull out something and stab him in his groin. He died in the hospital receiving treatment. Just like that, you know. Living and dying by the bus park. Just like that. Cautionary tale. Asher said we pinched her. All that in the report. All that in the report. You see people going by. Oh, allow them now. You don't know your mental state. He might say smiling. You don't know the things I'm going through. You don't know the things. I tell you to reality, but a thin thread. I couldn't even say with a straight face. With a thin thread. You don't know what we're going through. That's a cautionary tale, folks. Into Kushiba. All right. That's a cautionary tale. Woman said, they mean to do it. It was unintentional. He don't troubling the woman. Stop interfering with people. Throw your marks, do what you got to do. But don't go pinching people and all kinds of foolishness. Just so you can die, stop to the grind. Lord have his mercies. Father have his mercies. But let's show you now. Look at some of y'all start throwing a party now. Huh? Look at some of y'all start throwing a party now. Look at y'all start doing it. Let's do it here now. Yeah, I don't see visa free now. Yes, I go in. Where plane tickets at? Yeah, I don't see visa free. That's what some of y'all stay. Just see visa free. And you there. The British Virgin Islands met some folks from there last week in Turks and Caicos and Caucasus. The British Virgin Islands says that they are apparently going to remove the visa requirement for Guyanese in an effort, they tell us, to do what you already realize, to push towards stronger business and political ties. British Virgin Islands, who knew? So you know Virgin Islands, folks, is there. Karen McPherson is always going to, again, it's Miss What's his sketch. It's Miss Butts. Visa free to the British Virgin Islands. Yeah, I have to say, I hope nobody get turned back. You know these things hit a snag or two. You know these things tend to hit a snag or two. Heaven face, all now we oil pumping. All now we oil pumping. Abiola Hector, we see you there. Eva Mattis, Mavis Davis Wells, we see you too. Abiola Hector. We see you abs out front parks. We see you there too as well. Yep. We throw in, folks. It's someone we throw in. Who vex? Mind we not be business, folks. The emoji is looking thin. You don't want to see the closer. The emoji is looking thin. We come along with them boys now. We by them boys section. We coming along, folks. We coming down. Good to see all of you on the live. June and Patricia, Mavis, Basil, Brennan. Good to have you, Karen Niles Noble. Good to see you, good folks, are outside with us. Folks, believe it or not, many programs are running back to the National Assembly. Y'all see that? Y'all see how much we love y'all? Abiola Hector, we have Nidoya, Sheena here. You see how much y'all I love? You gotta make sure you get your political fix. For the day you make Dr. Millard. So many things you see in this life. So many things you see in this life, but God. But God, folks, but God. But God, it's purgatory every day in this country. It's purgatory where every day is a confusion powder. And Anthony, they said it was two miners. One of them apparently was the owner proprietor, right, of this dredge. Died with us when the pit collapsed, the mining pit at Camarang Landing. Again, underscoring how dangerous a professional occupation mining is. The mining pit caved in. And took them along with it to that, just like that, you know. Not a day goes by in the 592 where you don't lose somebody. Not a day goes by. You know what I tell you? Not a day goes by. We want to say our thoughts and prayers go to the friends, family, loved ones. You see? Friends, family, and loved ones. Our thoughts and prayers go to them. Peace and love, folks. Peace and love. Our thoughts and prayers go to them. Can't be easy, you know. Here today, gone tomorrow. Just like that. Just like that. Here today, gone tomorrow. Mining pit gone with them. Gone with them. We are always selling a pack of crosses. It's a whole pack of crosses. Sandra Hanover, day in, day out. We got to deal with a whole bunch of them. As we started with Ganesh Mahipur with the shenanigans of the installed regime and administration in Parliament, in the National Assembly. Well, as we were in Ganesh, you know, we saw Ganesh taking Vindhya Prasad to task today as well. We know that the worst hypocrite you got is a religious one. A religious one. Right? Ganesh didn't take no prisoners, but looks like peas. He didn't take no prisoners. I have to remind them of some of the things that the coalition has done for this country. Because they like to come and kerfuffle people. We can be fair and give Jackie jacket. You don't want to stay for the clothes though. But first, Member of Parliament, Ganesh Maipal, on them folks, on the crosses, in the National Assembly, on them. And in this, sung by taking Vindhya Prasad, Minister of Social Services, Human Services, Protection, something, to task. Take a look, good folks, and take a listen.
We had a budget that was not funded through oil resource. That's the first point I wish to make. And the money that we're getting now, the revenue that we're getting now, it is expected to use to develop for the people of Guyana and not the elite, the ordinary citizens of Guyana. And we expect the approach to be people-centered. But unfortunately, I now hear my friends on the other side using the term people-centered, but I remind them that is a term and a phrase that was coined by the honorable leader of the opposition, Aubrey Norton, and he has outlined on numerous occasions how he intends to attract the view, how he intends to ensure that the people-centered approach is followed through his various press conferences and other areas that he spoke to. So he spoke to a people-centered approach. On numerous occasions, he spoke about it. And after that, you hear the government side coming about people-centered approach and people-centered approach. Sir, under the APNU, our focus on the public servants and the ordinary citizens of this country, we built early childhood centers. And the whole background to early childhood centers was so that young children from working parents can have an avenue where they can go and they can learn and they can also be cared for and nurtured, so that parents wouldn't have to worry about their children that are in 3 years old, 4 years old, and the likes. So you cannot say that. You're asking me where are they? One of them is located in Region 3 at Leonora. I know about that one because my son cut the ribbon to open that school in 2017 or 2018. There is one in Sadi. There is one in Dartmouth. So the fact that you are asking me, Honorable Vindhya Prasad, where are these schools is enough for you to tender your resignation now from this Honorable House. Because you are in a position where you can travel off the backs of the taxpayers' money, visit those schools and ensure that it is properly taken care of, but you don't know where they are. That is evidence that you are not utilizing your office for the benefit of the people of this country. So I advise, tender your resignation now.
That was MP Ganesh Maipal, beating and teaching in the National Assembly today, responding to his colleague there, Vindhya Prasad, you know, outlining some of the things the coalition did, but don't go nowhere yet. You all think time well gone? Like he hand over to Anand Prasad back across this? Like he hand over to Anand Prasad? Because Anand Prasad told our colleague Alan Ferguson, Shadow Minister of Housing, some things today apparently. You know? Those are the allegations. He told her some very, very unsavory things. I thought, damn well, he passed the torch to Anand Prasad. Like he passed the torch to Prasad. Those questions are being asked. The vulgarity, we thought it gone with him. Dildo, and so on. Anand Prasad is the minister within the ministry. Junior minister in the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development. Right? Hear what Anand said happened today in the National Assembly. Share their life, folks. Smash that emoji button. Here's what our colleague Member of Parliament Annette Ferguson, Shadow Minister of Housing, said today.
Speaker.
Honorable Member, Ms. Ferguson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I don't stand on a particular standing order.
So you're standing
But-
out of order.
Pardon?
So you're standing out of order.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm standing out of order, sir, but I'm standing here
Go ahead.
based
I
on
will-
a
I will listen to you.
clarification on something that
Go-
was just said
Go
in this
ahead.
National Assembly.
Yes.
The honorable member over there, Mr. Prasad, I think is his name, Anand Prasad, just said to me that I need something to stick up in me. This
Honorable
is
members,
totally out of order,
Honorable members.
disrespectful.
I don't, honorable members, I allow you to make
And
a
I will
point.
not tolerate that, Mr.
Honorable members, many persons would not tolerate many things, but in this house, tolerance resides in the chair. Honorable members, we have started out on a very good footing. I heard some heckles talking about imputing, about stealing and things like that. Please, let us now retract and come back. Mr. Clerk?
Speaker.
Y'all heard that? This is Dildo Olive again. She wants something to stick up in her. You heard that, folks? That is what Annette is contending, our colleague member of Parliament, Annette Ferguson. Well, I had to call up, I caught up with Annette during the course of the debates in the National Assembly today on the sidelines for my own clarification on exactly what was said, you know, and to ask her about the Speaker's response. It's a pack of crosses, I tell you, it's crosses in the National Assembly. It's a pack of crosses. So take a look at what the MP said to me.
Sure, what a pleasant evening to your wonderful viewers here on In the Ring. As you rightfully put, yes, the National Assembly met today, earlier today. This is our 66th sitting. And when we got there as MPs, on my desk, I recognized there were several documents. And when I picked them up, I recognized further that one of the document relates to a supplementary paper, and this is supplementary paper 3 of 2023, where the government of Ghana is coming to the National Assembly to request in excess of 61 billion Ghana dollars. And this is monies, additional monies from what was previously passed in February 2023 for the budget. And also an additional sum we passed just about July 20th for about $26 billion for the low carbon, from the low carbon credits. So I, jokingly, as we would normally do, said, oh, today we came and, the government is now tabled this paper to get their sticky fingers in the treasury. And whilst I was, shouting sticky fingers, this is just before the assembly started, I must say. Anand Prasad, who happens to be an elderly person, I guess probably in his 70s, and also is serving as a minister in the People's Progressive Party Civic. And he is the junior minister in the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development. From across where he was sitting, he actually, I will stick something in you, stick something in you. So, immediately, because for me, I was offended and I felt disrespected as a woman. So I, stood to my feet to draw the speaker's attention to what Mr. Prasad would have said to me. The speaker, rather than upbraiding Mr. Prasad, it was like, I heard things too. So, the only thing the speaker could have heard from me or any other member of the opposition is us shouting, sticky fingers, sticky fingers. So, Sherrod, that is exactly what transpired this morning.
Interestingly enough, as you said,
that Mr. Anand Prasad, the Junior Minister of the Ministry of Local Government,
Mhm.
where the Senior Minister, Najim Dharmalal,
Mhm.
demitted office
Mhm.
for, perhaps you can call it, conduct on becoming of
Yes.
a minister.
Mhm.
And here you have the junior minister seem to be carrying on in that tenor. Are you surprised that we just getting out of this whole period, and he tends to want to take the assembly right back there? We know the dildo comment and the other things and so on.
I am not surprised, Sherrod. Reason being, it seems as though this type of attitude is a norm within the People's Progressive Party, Civic Party. If we go way back, we knew what then First Lady Vashni Singh suffered at the hands of Barajagdio as alleged, right? We are coming forward now. We knew of the situation involving Berry Ramsaran, who was a minister in the PPPC administration as I think he had responsibility for health. The famous phrase, strip and slap, you know, that was actually said to him, said by him to a young lady. Then coming forward again, we have Mr. Dharamlal in this 12th parliament who would have made, lewd remarks to female MPs on the opposition benches. You had the dildo situation, you had the calling of names. People are also called dangles. This word dangles is also being used in the National Assembly. Again, Sherrod, the Speaker refuses to upgrade these members on the government side, who sits in the seat of government. So for me, what Mr. Prasad said this morning is not strange to me because as I said before, that has become a norm in the People's Progressive Party Civic. They have absolutely no respect for females, but I don't even know some of them who might have wives if they're respectful to their wives, because I guess just how you would behave in your home, there's a kind of attitude you try to bring out in the public. Yes, we knew of the situation involving Mr. Dharamlal while serving as minister in the government, the allegations of sodomy and rape. And to date, you haven't heard um, much coming from either Barajagdio or Irfan Ali regard or any of his colleagues, whether female and male, on this particular incident. It had to take public pressure
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
bring Dharamlal down.
Weeks of protests.
Yeah, weeks of protests, about 21 days of constant protests to bring Dharamlal down. I mean, if you were to ask me if I'm satisfied, I will say no, because I don't believe that justice was served. Dharamlal should have faced the court and plead his innocence.
Correct. Annette, I want to thank you for sharing this time with us. And I think the rest of your colleagues were just as surprised as you are from those comments. And before I let you go, what do you say of the speaker's reaction? To me, that was even more surprising. Again, coming out of this very sensitive period, as it were to say, a lot of things were said or heard or something like that, and just kind of played off a little flippantly.
Well, Shara, the speaker is the speaker. Since the 12th sitting of this National Assembly, we would have seen the reaction of the speaker. He hasn't been fair to the members of the opposition. So this morning, I mean, we had the dildo incident where, we asked that Dharamlal apologize. He gave a sort of apology, I would say. But other things are being said which are brought to the attention of the speaker, and he refuses to upbraid or to discipline any member from the government side. But whenever an opposition member, we were allowed to heckle. But once we heckle, he always, perhaps this one side, his left ear is quite clean to hear what we have to say and to upbraid us. This morning's incident, the response or the reaction of the speaker came as no surprise to me because of what I would have experienced, right, under his stewardship as Speaker of this National Assembly. All I will say is that Mr. Manzoor Nadir, the Speaker of this National Assembly, 12th Parliament of Guyana, is not a fair speaker, especially when he has to deal with members on the government side. And I mean, when you hear that these loose remarks are being, thrown at females, I want to ask publicly of Mr. Nadir, you're not a father of daughters? Would you want to be in a conversation or in a setting where men are abusing your daughters, whether verbally or otherwise, and you will just sit there and have nothing to say? I don't think he would sit there and have nothing to say. He would upbraid the offender, right? So this is quite surprising, and I don't know where Guyana is heading under a People's Progressive Party Civic. I don't know where our parliament is going under the speakership of Mr. Manzoor Nadir.
One and only, folks, Member of Parliament, Annette Ferguson, walking us through the paces of exactly what transpired there. There's a pack of crosses in there. There's a pack of crosses in the right. Wait, I can tell you. There's a pack of crosses in there. She wants somebody to put something up. You see what passes in there now? My God. Lord have his mercies, Lord have his mercies. And then your boy, he suddenly realized people should stop politicizing Madia. People should stop politicizing Madia. The 20 children who lost their lives there tragically by that fire, they were in government care, a state institution. But you mustn't talk, because questions were asked today in the National Assembly. 70 plus days later, where is the Commission of Inquiry? Pretty Queen, Waveney Doris, Sandra Davis, Chin Sing Henry, more than 70 plus days later. The inquiry can't start. All we heard is Joe Singh supposed to head it. So like every 3 or 4 months, they can announce a member. And they care. 20 of our indigenous brothers and sisters. Well, one brother, young man, lost his life. 19 of our girls lost their lives in that fire. And they care enough that these many days, weeks later, still waiting for that Commission of Inquiry. But he believes, the Attorney General, we shouldn't politicize. These are the folks that brought those young women out of the hospital bed, discharged them for a photo op at Umanayana, for a photo op at Umanayana. And they're trying to lecture us that we mustn't politicize, we mustn't talk, we mustn't speak. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Patricia Craig, Patricia Kesoon, all the Patricias are out tonight. Shelley Douglas, can you believe that? Not going to be able to have us to believe. We politicizing it. They're dragging their feet, going very pedestrian. Right? And all the matters, quick. Right? You stand break today, 3 million for Pelori by afternoon. Quick. But the lives of 20 indigenous children ain't worth so much. 5,000 each. And a box of cook-up. Right? Shut your mouth, go in the corner, don't say nothing. Who needs an inquiry when people don't get paid? You see? Who needs an inquiry when people don't get paid? And they go on so much, they love you, and they care about you, and all manner of things. Many shall say, Lord, Lord, but on that day and dreadful day of judgment, we can tell them, depart from me, workers of iniquity. I don't know you. I didn't know you. Stink, wicked, and dirty. The closer, folks. The closer. Well, the whole day Babylon weaving. The whole day Babylon weaving. And my colleague wasn't down to speak. We there, all day Babylon weaving. Ayabo, Dahlia Anderson, Selwyn Peters. Whole day Babylon weaving. International lawyer Selwyn Peters is on the line. He says, the right Reverend Duncan, folks, I was on my way, you know. I could tell Selwyn's spirit clean because he's picking up things. I was on my way in that direction. He said, the right Reverend Duncan. I was on my way. But the Lord knocked me down on my Damascus Road. I saw light. we there, the National Assembly. The dancing around all day, Babylon weaving. Dancing between the raindrops, propaganda. What up? Bay blows, propaganda. In National Assembly. You see? And one of my colleagues wasn't down to speak. My colleagues said, let me at them. Jagabats and trench crappos and crosses, lizards, Philistines and Pharisees. Let me at them. Let me at them. I tell you what my colleague said. I'm telling you good folks, what my colleague said, don't come wrong with funny. Telling you folks, what my colleague said, don't come wrong as funny, good people. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ain't gonna end well. Don't do it. Y'all see how excited I get it? Knock it up. The damn graphic. Knocking it off, Roy Ganway. A man was Walton Desir, my colleague. National Assembly. She wasn't down to speak. She said, see these uncircumcised Philistines. Today they will know who's God. Is God. Amen. The cricketers, the jumping birds, the scarecrows and the carrion crows. The blackberry sheep, the Brahman bull, and the bowfoot shrimp. The whole animal farm came out today on the government side of the National Assembly. Man say, fed up with them. I fed up with them. God damn it. Folks, man's Walton this year got the closer tonight. Take a look, take a listen, and don't get so caught up you can't share the jam light and smash the emoji button. Right? For no we don't want to watch it.
Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in the ring 592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring 592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments. Want to keep getting the best in the ring?
That's right.
Yes, you can help us to keep going by partnering with us through your contributions. And it's easy. Send us a daily, weekly, or monthly donation, whichever is most convenient to you. Cash App at $in the ring 592, Zelle and PayPal in the ring 592 at gmail.com, or WhatsApp us on 627-6963 for how to contribute via MoneyGram and Western Union and for MMG payments.
Who gets vexed? We outside. So man say get vexed with them. Man say hold my shut, man. Hold my damn shut. Hold my shut, Sharon. Sorry, girl, give me a shot. Them man say we to them. Take a look, folks. Take a look and take a listen. Let's like peas.
I am always puzzled when I hear my colleagues from the other side speak and try to twist themselves into the pretzel that they find themselves in, trying to justify the unjustifiable. You know, I made a note because I heard the Honorable Indar talking about the social services and the social benefits. And I also heard the Honorable Member Ashni Singh speak about the years of 1971 and what happened over 40 years ago and so on and so forth. And you know, it occurred to me, Mr. Speaker, that the PPP has an inability to give credit where it is due. Because those social benefits that both the Honorable Minister Vindi Prasad and the Honorable Member Mr. Indar just spoke about were schemes implemented by the then PNC government, the NIS, the social benefits. And if I recall my history correctly, they opposed it. They voted against it. The road network that you are building arteries on was built by the then PNC government. I mean, the Harbor Bridge that the Bishop of Infrastructure was holding press conferences about because, you know, routine maintenance had to happen. Like if it was built by the then PNC administration. I mean, I think I know my history a little bit. The maths not so much, but my history I'm sure about. And to think that they would have the temerity to come to this house to say that in the 28 years of the PNC, nothing happened when everything, the very foundation that they're proposing to build on was set by the PNC. So you will tell that to people who don't know the history. You gotta give Jackie jacket, and God knows, all morning I sit down and I try to give PPP a jacket. But the only thing I'm coming up with is the Skeldon Sugar Factory. I'm coming up with the Amila Falls project. I'm coming up with the specialty hospital. I'm coming up with the fiber optic cables. Failure upon failure upon failure. And you all have the temerity to come to this house to say that you know about building a country. And then to boot, they operate as if the 23 years in power that they were in power never existed. So they go back to talk about the 28 years of the PNC government, forgetting that they had 23 after that. And want to talk about what we didn't do in the 5 years or who didn't do. What did you do in the 23 years? I will remind you that when the people of Guyana rose against this PPPC government in 2015, it is because you had reduced this country to a narco state. You had reduced it to being blacklisted for money laundering. You had reduced it to one of the crime havens of the Caribbean, a pariah state, to quote the honorable member on the other side. That is your history. You see, hindsight is always 2020. And whilst everything wasn't done perfectly, I dare you to come here to pretend to be the paragons of virtue and the ones who can develop this country, because you are not. Everything that you are building on was set by the PNC. So now that we have recalled history correctly, I will proceed to address this motion. Mr. Speaker, do I have your leave to continue? You see, because these things called facts are some pesky little things. And to hear the Honorable Vindi Prasad come here and to tell us that the non-oil segment grew when the Minister of Finance, or what was that called within the ministry? Look, the man who does look after finance, when the minister responsible for finance came into this house in 2023 budget and said, I regret that I must report a decline in the non-oil segment, in the non-oil sector. Last year, 2023, I will remind this honorable house, Mr. Speaker, that the Bank of, let's go to the Bank of Guyana in the year, the midterm reports. right? Sometime last year, that report recorded a decline in every sector. And I remember sitting in this honorable house, and I remember my colleague Vince Roy Jordan pointing out some things. And at the time, they didn't challenge it because they know it was the truth.
Beat and teach. Beat and teach. Did I tell y'all? Licks like peas in the National Assembly today. Can't catch yourself. We have the Doris. Giselle man, they can't catch yourself. If you should like that, you're damn wicked. He was a jagabat too. Or at least expressing jagabatical tendencies. Share the damn life. Valid, credible information. Who vex, folks? Who vex? Who vex? We done talk. Who vex? We done talk, folks. That was the closer. You want to see the words going up now, folks? Is that what we want? That being said, folks. That being said, that's our time this evening, and that is our program. Valid, credible information all the time. We have a passion for bringing you folks valid, credible information. Who vex, man? Who vex? Blows like peas, licks like peas in the skin. Come and talk and pack of nonsense, pack of lies and propaganda. Don't come wrong, we funny. You all know when we get in fighting form, we dangerous. Better if we loose. Loosely connected. We're in a fighting form, we dangerous. Hold my shot, man. Hold my shot. That being said, folks. That being said, that's our time this evening. And that's our program. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys on the next broadcast. Thanks for joining. Stacey Ann, Tori Spencer, Roy Garrett, Joy Barry, Nicole Telford. Nicole, you know what you got to do. You know what you got to do, Nicole. Nicole Telford, we love you in this end. We love you, Nicole. Fight we love you. Do something about it, goddammit. Us been tapping, spoiling. Have a fantastic evening, folks. Remember, we don't run out of water. Share the live, smash that emoji button, and partner with us as well. That's our time this evening, folks, and that's our program. By the time you're heading to bed, you're heading back to the National Assembly. Pace and power. That's how we do it. Fight them at 9 in the night. Fight them at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We fired up and ready to go. That's the last bell, folks. Until the next broadcast. That's my time.